What's up, Temple Live? Today we have a very, very special guest. She's from Oklahoma, but she has made some really big waves all across the country. Everybody, let me welcome you guys to Chelcie Lynn.
Hello,
Chelcie,
everyone.
What's going on?
Hey, man, just touring the country.
Come on, how was that?
Dude, it's wild.
Yeah.
I know where I'm jumping into it real quick,
Let's
but
go
just
to it, yeah.
every time I go on stage, I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, this 2,000 people last night, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're literally selling out arenas.
Yeah, theaters. But same thing.
Come on. So Chelcie Lynn, alter ego, trailer trash Tammy, how did it all start?
Man, it started on Vine.
Okay.
Remember that?
Oh my gosh, that took me way back.
Remember that? Yeah, 2012, 2013.
Okay.
And, people weren't, influencers back then. It wasn't a job, so I just, I had a few followers, literally probably like 5, and 2 of them were my sisters, and just started making videos, never thinking it would become this. So that's honestly how it started, and I've just been.
But did something inspire that? Did you live that way? And you're from Durant, Oklahoma, right?
Well, yes, I've lived in Durant. I'm from Thackerville, Oklahoma.
Okay.
And I grew up very poor. Grew up, in a trailer, and so Tammy isn't really based off of one specific person. Yeah. She's a mix of just a bunch of people I saw growing up. Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Monster with Charlize Theron?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, if you go back and watch that, that's where I get like the mannerisms, the slick back hair, because I love that movie. So I just kind of took that and kind of just over time it just morphed into this Tammy character.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, talk a little bit about your story of you were working a 9-to-5 job less than what? You said 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, I quit 5 years ago.
But you were trailer trash Tammy for a long time.
It's been almost 9 years.
So you were still working on your rise to fame, over probably 100,000 followers, 300,000 followers.
Oh yeah.
Normally people think when you have that many followers, you can probably quit your job and you're making a bunch of money.
Oh, I wasn't making anything. I didn't make a cent for the first 5 years. I was just doing it for fun.
So then where did the opportunity to make money come into play?
So how did that happen? I was making, I think when I quit my job, I was making maybe a few $100s a month.
Through YouTube or what? Okay.
Stuff like that. And I just was on my way to work one day, and my husband and I had just bought a house in California, mind you, the same month I quit my job.
Oh my.
So I was driving to work one day, and I was just like, I'm gonna quit my job. Let's do it.
Was your husband working?
He's an engineer.
Okay.
So,
weren't you an assistant to him? Isn't that what you were?
Yeah, well, for his company, the company that he works for, I was like an assistant for engineers. That's what I was doing when I quit.
Oh,
and didn't discuss this with him at all or nothing. It just popped in, And I put in my 2 weeks, called him, said I just put in my 2 weeks, expecting him to be like, we just bought a house, like, what are you doing? Wow. Go get your job back. And he said, awesome, now you'll be able to go after your dreams full time. Yeah. And I was like, are you sure? You sure?
You know what I'm feeling? I think we should get a little bit deep here. A lot of people are questioning right now if they should quit their 9-to-5. When's the time for me to stop the banking thing and go full-time media? When's the time for me to leave the Target and go full into fashion? What would you say to people that are struggling with that?
Well, okay, I wasn't making any money, keep in mind. So when I quit, I still was like, oh, whoa, I've got to figure something out here. Yeah. So when I quit is when everything, and I was able to put all of it into it, is when things started to grow for me, and financial as well. That's when I started making money. I started, that's when it took off for me, was when I was able to put everything I had into it. When I was able to be like, okay, this is my career now. It's no longer just like a side, Yeah. It's still fun for me, but that's when it, whenever I was able to focus full time, is when it took off for me.
That's incredible. Okay, so we're here at Temple Live. You're playing Wichita tonight, Fort Smith tomorrow. What do you think of our building? What do you think of Temple Live?
Okay, so I told him as soon as we walked in, I'm like an old house lover, this is my jam.
Yeah, you like
from when I was a
this.
kid.
Okay.
So when I walked in, I was like looking around. They're going to give me a tour after the show.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Do you know that you are our first sold out show ever at the Wichita Temple Live?
Found out 5 minutes ago.
Let's go. How's that make you feel?
I can't even, dude, I can't even explain it. It's wild.
I can tell on your face that the people, like seeing you having sold out shows and seeing your rise of success, it's truly humbling. Do you think it will ever get to the point where it's just like, I'm used to sold out shows, it's old?
Gosh.
Why are you so humbled by all this?
Well, I hope not, and I truly don't think so, honestly, because like, it's so hard to explain, and I'm not an emotional person. I'm an emotional when I need to be, but I'm not an overly emotional person. But when I walk out on stage almost every night and people are just clapping, I have to like hold back tears. I'm like, what is going on?
Like, do I deserve this? Like, wow.
I just grew up. I graduated high school with 12 people. There was no stoplights in our town. I had a rough childhood. My, parents were alcoholics and meth heads, and they were always in jail, and I was raised by my grandma. That's a whole nother interview. That's all. So just something like this happening was not, I didn't think was possible. Which looking back now, I'm like, like anything's possible. Yeah. I'm living proof of that.
Yeah,
so the fact that I just think about, when I'm getting too comfortable with stuff, I'll just think about like, girl, think back when you were a kid, you never would have thought this would happen.
Thank you, yeah. So a couple more questions here before we get to the fun part. We got some games coming up. So a couple more questions. A lot of people, when they get a not fast rise to success, but whenever, they were in a small town, right? And now they're to the point where they're having thousands of people scream their name, millions of followers. There's a little bit of like fame that comes with it, but there's quite a bit of criticism. How do you deal with the criticism?
I don't get a whole lot of it. I will say that. A lot of people have a lot of haters online. I've been very lucky that, I get mostly love. I know. I get mostly love. But there's a little bit here and there, and it's just, I just think, man, that's what comes with it. The more it just comes with it. And I'm very good at just letting it roll off. It really doesn't get to me.
How does one do that? Because not everybody's that good at that.
Because here's how I think about it, and I was just talking to Tina about this yesterday. Tina opens for me, and she's pretty new to the online fame stuff. She's really new. We've been doing it for a while. But I just think about, like, if I get a hateful comment or something like that, I just have to think about, okay, that was one. I can go into my DMs right now and find 1,000 that are people are like, man, you've helped me. You brought me joy through my divorce. You've brought me, and it's like, I cannot. My brain will not allow me to focus on that one when there's 1,000 great ones. It won't. My brain just will not allow that.
That's so good. Chelcie Lynn, that was so great. It's time to play some games.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, Tammy, ready for some games?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. I called you Tammy.
I answer to it.
No.
I answer to it.
No, I shouldn't.
People call me Chelcie, people call it Tammy. I answer to it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Should we?
No.
All right, here we go.
Just roll right through it.
All right, here we go. Chelcie, it's time for a game. This game is going to be called Keep the Convo Going.
Okay.
So you have 5 cards, random words, and we just have to keep the conversation going with these words. Okay.
Okay.
How you feel
So
about
are we
that?
like flipping it and talking and then flipping another one? Or?
Yeah, so it's like right when you say, the word, then you just keep going. So like I went to an awesome dinner last night, and you would not believe what I had.
What'd you have?
I had some chicken.
Okay.
I had some rice. I even tried some calamari, and then I also had some frog legs.
Oh, I'm not a frog leg lover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I going now?
Yeah, we just keep the conversation going.
Okay.
So you look a bit ahead of time, and you.
Oh.
So you're not a frog leg lover.
I'm not a frog leg
not?
lover. I don't know. I think that's I don't know. It's not. It's just too salty.
Okay. Yeah.
The texture's real weird. I don't know.
You can't bring it in, can you?
I wonder if people in North Korea eat frog legs, or if that's just an American thing.
You know what? I think people in North Korea do eat frog legs because I was just in Bangladesh.
And they had frog legs.
And they had frog legs in Bangladesh.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Well, I guess frogs are everywhere.
They
You know what I mean? I don't know. I played a video game once. It's funny with they were little frogs on like go-karts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Did you play that too?
I did. Well, they were in Bangladesh.
Yes. Yes, I think
Okay,
that's
yeah.
yeah. That's
We were playing go the go-kart session. It was I think of Mario Kart, thinking about the go-kart
Yeah.
session. And Mario Kart, you can have all the different characters. You can have Yoshi, you can have Mario. There's a new feature now where you can have like a version of like a ferret on a Mario
That is,
on a cart.
It's 2022. It's about time.
It's about time. So
It's about time.
this is pretty good. You're good at this.
It's about time.
All right, one or two more. Here we go.
Have you ever heard of salamander?
Tell me more about salamander.
Well, I don't know.
heard.
That's why I was going to ask you. I don't know what the hell it is.
I haven't, but whenever I grew up in our mobile home, there were like salamanders like roaming across.
So it's an animal.
I think it's an animal. I hope it is.
Okay, I thought it was a spice. I don't know though. I'm not really a spice person. I like just plant. I'm more of a drink person.
Interesting. Like what kind of drinks?
Oh, orange juice. Orange juice is my shit.
You like orange juice?
I could drink a gallon a day.
Huh. Orange juice is really big. Whenever we go camping and we're in teepees, we love bringing orange juice.
Got to.
Teepees was the last word.
What
do you think about that? Was that smooth?
I was gonna say.
That was smooth, wasn't it?
You mean tents? Makes sense.
Teepees.
Makes sense.
That's the last word. Hey, you were a killer at that. That was good. That was hard.
Yeah, it was very hard.
I don't know what a salamander is.
I know. I saw it. I was like.
Okay, here we go. Second game. All right. It's going to be just speed words, right? And we have some tape. So this is how it's going to work.
Okay.
We just say random words, right? I say dog, you say house, I say plant, you say joke. And if anybody stutters on the word, then the other person gets to put a piece of tape anywhere around their face.
Okay.
First person to 3 loses.
Okay.
How you feeling?
Good.
Okay.
Good. Try not to say bad words.
Okay. If you have to say a bad word, it's okay.
Okay.
You get a limit of 1 bad word.
All right. He said it. Okay.
Okay. Who's first? Shirt.
Blouse.
Tea.
Pain.
Table.
Chair.
Okay. Oh, you know what? You can go ahead. I'll give it to you. I'll give that one to you. Wow.
Okay.
Here we go. You're up.
Green.
Light.
Bulb.
No,
Oh!
no. That was
I didn't stutter.
Here we go. We'll put it.
All right. Wow. All right, that's what we're doing? Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Chair.
Gosh.
Oh my, that's
Gosh.
a one and done. That's a one and done.
Because we already said chair, so it threw me off.
We said chair?
Yes,
Who said chair?
I said chair.
Run the tape back. Did anybody say chair? I don't
Did
think
I say
so.
chair?
I don't think.
Okay, I'm thinking of words right now just to try to.
Oh, okay. You're up.
Okay, Kansas.
Basketball.
Football.
Jake.
Paul.
Word.
Game.
Pizza.
Pepperoni.
Apple.
Sauce.
Joker.
Why did that get me, man?
I don't know. This tape is not coming
You
off.
threw me off.
Let's go right
Hey,
there.
honey's lost here.
Everybody, Chelcie Lynn here at TempleLive, Wichita, tomorrow at Fort Smith. Give me a hug.
Thank
Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Yes, thanks for
Stay
having
tuned.
me.
Let's go. Okay, that was
Hell
so
yes.
much fun. What'd you think?
That was awesome.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Yeah.